We're back now with major developments in the legal battle between actress Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us director and co-star Justin Baldoni.
A federal judge has dismissed most of the claims in Lively's sexual harassment lawsuit against Baldoni. In a 152-page ruling, the judge tossed out 10 of Lively's 13 claims against him, including harassment, defamation, and conspiracy. But the judge allowed 3 of Lively's claims to proceed to a trial, which is scheduled to begin next month. Baldoni has denied all of the allegations.
NBC News legal analyst Misty Marris joins us now with more. Misty, thanks so much for being with us, especially on this one, such a talker. So Blake Lively's lawyers have argued that Justin Baldoni was consistently inappropriate. They say he crossed boundaries on set. The judge, though, here says that those claims can't be pursued under federal civil rights law. Why is that?
So the judge doesn't decide whether or not Justin Baldoni did something wrong or not. The judge decides whether on the law there's enough to move forward with that claim. So Savannah, the analysis is Title VII of the Civil Rights Law applies to the workplace. It prohibits discrimination and harassment for employees. So what the judge concluded is that Blake Lively was not an employee by the legal definition. She was actually an independent contractor. And that analysis actually takes a lot of factors into consideration. It's not just, oh, I have a contract that says I'm an independent contractor. It's really a deep dive into the facts. But because she's not an employee of Wayfarer and It Ends With Us LLC, the two companies involved here, she cannot bring those claims under Title VII. That's why they're no longer on the table.
So, Misty, as we mentioned, the judge is allowing 3 of Lively's claims to go to trial. Those includes breach of contract, retaliation, aiding and abetting in retaliation. What kind of case could Lively's team build based on those claims?
So the retaliation claim has always really been the driving force of this litigation. And the argument that Blake Lively is going to make is that she made a complaint about sexual harassment, which we know that she did. It's memorialized in writing. And that because of that complaint, Wayfarer and the other companies involved retaliated against her and engaged in a smear campaign because she raised those allegations about sexual harassment. So that's going to be the core of the case. And the question that Baldoni's team will argue in defense, and that ultimately a jury will decide, did Blake Lively bring those allegations of sexual harassment to the company and complain about them because she truly felt that she was being harassed? Or was it a power play to take over the movie? Those are the competing narratives that are going to play out in the courtroom if this case makes it to trial.
So, Misty, 2 of Baldoni's lawyers have now said that they are pleased that the sexual harassment claims have been dismissed. But Lively's lawyers, they point to what you said, really this idea of a smear campaign. They said here that this case has always been and will remain focused on the devastating retaliation and the extraordinary steps the defendants took to destroy Blake Lively's reputation because she stood up for safety on set. This is expected to go to trial in May. You kind of laid out these 2 narratives. How can the Lively team prove that?
So from the defense perspective, they've really narrowed this case significantly. And it's just important to note that these are only corporate defendants now. Justin Baldoni as an individual and the other individuals named, they're out of the case. So what Blake Lively has to show is that the complaint she made, which she, it's a lengthy complaint about a bunch of different types of things that were happening on set that she says were sexually harassing conduct, that she made that in good faith, that she made it because she and others truly felt that there was a problem on set. And what you're going to see, Savannah, is a whole slew of witnesses relating to the movie, those individuals who were also there who can talk about what they observed. And then the challenge for Blake Lively is going to be linking that smear campaign to the making of the complaint and not other reasons that these types of things happen in Hollywood. So it's going to be a tough case. And you know what? When you have a motion like this, sometimes the parties sit down and reevaluate, and it may settle before trial. She's said she's going, so we'll see in May.
All right, Misty Marris, thank you so much.